Happy Friday, Team Dyess. I'm your host, Staff Sergeant Philip, and I'm welcoming you to another episode of News Ab Alto. In fact, this is our 20th episode, and as you well know, the 20th episode of any show always comes with an upgrade. To help usher in this change, I've created an app with a big red button. All I have to do is push this red button and there seems to be some sort of delay. Oh. Well, that could have gone smoother, but we made it. Welcome to the new News Ab Alto digital studio. Come on, check it out. From here, we can do all sorts of things that we weren't able to do before. But you'll just have to keep watching every week to see what those are. Let's go ahead and jump into this week's story highlights. There are different types of people who love the B-1. Trying to categorize and list them all would require more time than we have, but I can say that out of all the bone enthusiasts, it's the aircrew who fly in it and the maintainers who get it up in the sky that appreciate the aircraft like no other. And let's be honest, without maintainers, aircrew would be no better off sitting on top of a roof. Senior Airman Alexander Guerrero shows us what it's like to be a B-1 maintainer as seen through the eyes of Senior Airman Jason Stack. You get a sense of his love for country and his career field as he speaks about the road to becoming a B-1 maintainer, his first time stepping out on the flight line, and why it's important to him to keep our B-1s flying. Here's a question. What is a B-1 without bombs? Airman First Class Rebecca Van Syke was on hand to witness the quarterly bomb build competition, which showcases the talented airmen of the 7 MUNs. These competitions test new graduates of the Combat Munitions Training Planning course and improve the technical abilities of all participants. These stories and more can be found on our Facebook and our website at dyess.af.mil. When we raised our right hands and swore an oath to defend our nation, we also adopted certain expectations for our lives to include being people of discipline and of principles. Many of us, or maybe all of us, have experienced periods of increased challenges and difficulties that can sometimes leave us feeling drained. It's at times like these that we're most susceptible to violating our discipline and principles. But we can't. Not if we want to continue to wear this uniform. By now, we should have all heard about comprehensive airman fitness, the 4 pillars of wellness, and that you should be a good wingman. But perhaps for some people, a little extra help is still needed from time to time so they can continue to do what's right. A few of Team Dyess' very best have thought of a unique way to help airmen remain airmen. A1C Sean White sat down with Mr. Bob Sayer, who's going to tell us all about it.
Hey there, Team Dyess. I'm sitting here today with Mr. Bob Sayer, Community Support Coordinator for Dyess Air Force Base, and he's going to give us a little bit of information about the upcoming Fly Fight Win initiative. So what do you got for us, sir?
Yes, thank you, Airman White. On 25 May at 14:30 at the Dyess Chapel Annex, we're going to have an opportunity for airmen to get reconnected to the big mission and talk about some things that are happening that take us away from our core values and provide some information on peer pressure resistance and resilience, and then tie all that in and let our airmen know how much we appreciate them, how important they are to the Air Force and national defense. And it's going to be a real positive, exciting time. So if you can make it, come on out.
Thank you, sir.
Last weekend was the enlisted dining out, and it was a great time, a fun time. Master Sergeant Bob Young shared this picture with us on Facebook, and I also have it on good authority that Sergeant Young can cut quite the rug. It's my authority. I saw him do it. He did it? Oh, and for all you photographers out there, May is the month of the Air Force Photo Contest. All airmen and their families may participate. The place to find rules and to make your submissions is myairforcelife.com. Don't dawdle though, contest ends at the end of the month. Also, don't forget that America's Armed Forces Kids Run is this Saturday. Check-in starts at 7:30 and the run begins at 8. It's for kids ages 5 and up. Where do I go, you ask? Youth programs on base. And salute to the troops is this Saturday at the Abilene Zoo from 9 to 4. There will be food and live music and maybe some animals. It's free for anyone with a military ID, active or retired. And yes, I will be there. You know how I love things that are free. Well, that's it for this edition of News Ab Alto. Hope you have a safe and fun weekend, Team Dyess. We'll see you next week.
Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. All our latest stories can be found on dyess.af.mil.
Ooh-wee! Put me a big ol' underline on that the. Holy cow!